Mitch Stott, here we find ourselves at Mooresville Dragway, Race City, USA, and man, race number 9 on the Southeast Gasser Tour. It is shaping up to be a great one.
David, there's a whole lot of history of racing behind that Race City, USA, and I tell you what, today is going to add some more history to that because Kenneth Phillips just a few weeks ago turning 50 years old, and I will bet you the top of his wish list was to get the performance back of that Corvette, and if he has done that, then he has an opportunity to regain the points lead that he just lost to Shannon Smith. Kenneth held it all year long, but Shannon has taken it away from him, and I tell you, so I know Kenneth is just praying he's got that thing fixed. But Josh Pruitt, my Lord, what this boy has come from the back, from the bottom, and he is at the neck of Todd Oden and Larry Noel. These guys, they better not make a misstep, because if they do, Josh Pruitt is going to be there with the death blow, I'm here to tell you.
Well, we're looking forward to the exciting action coming up here in A, B, and C gas, and we're ready to bring the action to you. Kicking off C gas round number 1, Mitch. There's the number 3 qualifier, Josh Pruitt, going to take on Kelvin Cannon out of Elizabethton, Tennessee.
Josh Pruitt, as you said, number 3 in qualifying, also number 3 right now in the point standings, and climbing that ladder behind Todd Oden and Larry Noel, and he has certainly just put another round in the books, taking out Kelvin Cannon.
Travis Owen at Atlanta, Georgia, going to take on Larry Noel in the Crazy Horse, one of the leaders now in C-Gas points.
That it is, David, and one of the ones that Josh is chasing. Again, Larry Noel matching Josh round for round, taking out the Born to Boogie 55 Chevrolet.
There you see some of the kids loving the excitement right here. We bring the Mooresville Dragway.
Kind of how I feel, David, jumping up and down.
As Cynthia Phillips brings the flower power in, taking on Ronnie Lineberger. Good to see Ronnie back with us.
Yeah, that it is. I had a little chance to talk with Ronnie a little bit this weekend. Wonderful to see him back, but Cynthia just shortened his day by a bunch, taking him out in the first round, and the flower power moves on.
And there you see Ted Chavria putting them in there and telling Rita Frazier to get up there so she can take on Billy Edwards out of Boiling Springs, South Carolina.
Rita Frazier, woman driver number 2, if that don't sound too male chauvinistic, but anyway, old Billy there, one of the old champs from days gone by, just giving Rita an early ticket home.
Yep, that double trouble car is a mover and a shaker. There's Alan Barnes out of Ringgold, Georgia, in that beautiful Mighty Mouse, taking on another great-looking car in Tim Hall in that Scalded Dog Rambler in the left lane.
That it is. Tim Hall is just making round wins. He's really going to the latter rounds of the last race or two. Plus, he had a great success at World Drag Racing, whatever that was. Hot Rod Reunion a few weeks ago.
I'm sorry, that was Drag Week.
Drag Week. We'll get it right in a minute. Now we got Johnny Royals taking on the absolute high-winding Ford of none other than Jimmy Huff, and the Falcon has just drove around that old Studebaker.
Yeah, 2 Atlanta, Georgia drivers in that area running down through there. Great in-car right here. You see Jimmy Huff getting through the gears. Look at that determination on his phone.
I just wish the camera was pointed at the tachometer, David, because it probably done spun around about 3 times. Doug Capps, Rick Cathcart. Doug Capps driving an ex-Rick Cathcart hot rod, and this is going to be a pretty good drag race here, David.
Pretty good drag race. Got Ford power going down both lanes right here, and Rick Cathcart going to pull it out into Troublemaker right here. There's you see a good shot right there, Mitch, and Doug Capps getting through the gears in that little 65 Mustang. Alfred Adams out of Clover, South Carolina, going to get all he wants right here. Todd Oden out of Leeds, Alabama.
Todd Oden has got a job to do today, and that is to maintain his points lead, and he was just given an easy one by Alfred Adams. Don't know Alfred. I don't know what happened. It looked like maybe I'm going to just say his clutch slipped off the clutch. Don't know. Ray Abraham, what an honor it is to have you attend the Southeast Gasser Association event, not to mention be the Grand Marshal. And I'm going to say, I know that you are an absolute history buff of old cars, and I hope that you're finding something of satisfaction at a Southeast Gasser Association event.
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, I was honored to be asked. These are wonderful, wonderful people. But, I mean, this is one of the best car shows I've been doing a long time. I mean, look out there. Like, it's incredible. These guys get it, man. They leave, they're driving, they're shifting, they're all over the place. It's like being back in the 60s. This is really something that everybody's got to see.
Well, we certainly think so, and we're glad that you do, because we put the driver back in the race car, no doubt about it. This is as original as it gets, and brother, once again, Ray, just want to say thank you for coming, thank you for what you've done, and certainly keep watching us. We will continue to put on a show for years to come.
Oh yeah, you're not going to get me to leave now. I'm going to stay and see this.
Moving on into B-Gas round number 1. There you see Zach Hall out of Bluntwell, Tennessee, going to take on another Tennessee runner out of Oliver Springs, and that's going to be the Napier family, Todd Napier.
This is all Tennessee track racing right here, David. They've come down to North Carolina to do it, and it looks like to me Zach Hall going to send Todd home early. Now, I tell you, Todd didn't run good enough today. Doug Dobbins, Lance Yoakum. Talk about a good-looking hot rod. That one, a Lance Yoakum. That is one unique 55 Chevrolet. Doug Dobbins going red, last year's B-Gas champion, leaving early on a red light and handing it over to Lance, David.
He's been having a lot of problems leaving early. There's Jeff Madden out of Charleston, South Carolina, with the newcomer, T.J. York out of Ohio.
You know, T.J. York, I understand he's like a dentist, or he builds these dental things, whatnot, so just think about it. Good chance he's had his finger in your mouth. But anyway, here he goes, going red against Jeff Madden. Jeff Madden making rounds at the last 2 races. This one here looks like it's not going to be an exception, and he's going to go to the finals as well.
Tough one for TJ right there. Next 2 up, we got Jerry Birch into a Freebird, and he's going to get all that chicken bone right there at Gary Smith.
The chicken bone. I don't know where he come up with the name of that, but that's pretty cool. Looking at the stands are packed today at this race. They've come here to watch old Jerry Birch and the Freebird, just see if he can go to last year's performance or years past. Something flying off of that may have been one of them chicken bones, Dave.
I think that was a headlight cover right there, or a headlight retainer off of that Henry J. And
Gabriel Burrell, Jared Bailey, this should be a good race. Gabriel new in this old 4-door, I call it a Shepherd, Mongoloid, whatever it is. Don't know what happened here. I believe Jared went in too deep. That's what happened. Jared rolled, slammed through the lights. The tree technically wasn't activated, which, by the way, Southeast Gasser rules, that gives Gabriel Burrell the win, even though both left the tree was activated. Now, Tim Bailey and Danny Bird. David, I don't know what happened here.
Looks like we had a malfunction right there. Danny Bird and Tim Bailey streaks on to victory in that 57 Corvette. Now right here we got Dean Harris in the left lane, and earlier today he took a wild ride. We got some video and in-car of that ride that Dean Harris took, standing it on in first and second gear, getting out of control. Man, Dean Harris in for a wild ride right there and showing his emotions. He's going to be in first round competition right here with Michael Walters and that Papa's Wild Willis, and Michael going to be in the left lane, getting to Dean Harris right here. Dean stands him up again.
But he keeps it in his lane this time, David. That he does, and he is streaking on down for the win, brother.
Good round win right there. Don't know what happened to Michael Walters.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Southeast Gassers Association being considered and operating as a world-class drag racing event. We always have fans of the Southeast Gassers Association from around the world. Today, here in Mooresville, North Carolina, this is no different. We have 2 brothers and a close friend of theirs from Sweden that come here just to watch this race. Now, what may be the most important thing of their coming here to see this race is the fact that they have a pristine 1964 Ford Galaxy 500 427, 2 4s with a 4-speed, that they have shipped that car over here just to drive it to this event and drive it around this event. So happens we're having a show car event here as well with the Junkyard Saints and the Shuffletown Rats. Gentlemen, as I said, you're from Sweden, and your name is?
Magnus Hagelqvist.
All right, I'm not
Great
going to try to
Swedish.
pronounce that.
Per Sejegård.
Okay, y'all listen up.
Matthias Hagelqvist.
Matthias, you're the one that owns the Galaxy, is that correct?
Yes.
And you were telling me earlier that American cars, primarily the bigger cars like Cadillacs and stuff, highly sought after, I guess would be the word, in Sweden. And we was talking about the tag that we showed there a minute ago. That was really unique for me to find out that Sweden actually offers a tag that would fit that American bumper.
Yes, that's true. They have made it to fit our cars.
And brother over here, I mean, you obviously, I guess y'all share a love of performance racing. Don't have to be drag racing, but certainly you share a love of drag racing.
Oh yes, we do, and we have done since we were children. And our fathers and his brothers, they all have American cars, Pontiacs and Cudas,
Really? Yeah. Okay.
and they raced a lot on the streets.
Okay.
At that.
On the streets. Well, see, y'all are just as American as we are.
Yes. Yeah.
No difference whatsoever. Racing's racing, right?
Yes,
Well,
sir.
guys, seriously, I know that you, as I said before, we're honored to know that you guys watch us around the world, and all of the people that watch us around the world. But we're really honored that you would take your time, your money to come here to watch. But then you bring your car, and it just happens to be a really cool 64 Galaxy, okay? Yeah. And so, all I can say at this point is thank you, and please make yourselves at home. And if there's anything we can do for you, just let us know.
Okay. Thank you very much.
In the A-Gas, the kings of the sport right here, Earl McLemore in that little varmint, a 58 Morris Minor. Going to jump on Steve Davis in the Pawpaw Spinny right here.
David, I'm going to tell you, buddy, I've enjoyed driving some wild and hairy race cars in my time, but I don't think I want to do that little varmint. That is one wild, unpredictable machine, and Steve Davis just capitalizing with a round one win, making up for the last race where he went out first round. Shannon Smith, current points leader, fixing to take on black and blue. David, this right here, if I tell you, this is going to be critical for Shannon because he's got Kenneth Phillips waiting to capitalize on any mistake he makes, but it don't look like he's going to make a mistake in the first round. Shannon Smith taking the win.
Yeah, he's streaking away. Shannon Smith absolutely unfazed in round number one, and that brings forth the next pair. Good to see Donovan Scott, our defending world champion. There's some great in-car of Donovan, bringing that white trash back out here, and he's going to jump on Barry Lynn here in the first round in that little red wagon.
Donovan looking a little bit rusty there. I don't know why he had two hands on that steering wheel to burn out. I taught him different than that. Anyway, Donovan Scott definitely taking a first round win away from Barry Lynn in that big old wagon.
Kenneth Phillips in the Silver Streak 2, and another long-time runner right here, Sonny Burr, making it back out here tomorrow.
Good to see Sonny back, and I'm telling you what, this is one of them issues right here. I'm waiting to see if Kenneth Phillips' performance is back. It looks like it is. I think he had some good qualifying runs, a good qualifying position. I know he's tickled to death, David, no question about it. Gabriel Burrow fan walking through the pits, and there he is.
There you see Gabriel Burrow getting Troy Lochner right here in the Shake and Bacon, the 51 Henry J. And first round matchup. This could be a critical one. Gabriel Burrow from the drop, man. Look at that Southern Flyer straight down the
Flyer is
racetrack.
gone. I love watching that old Falcon go down the racetrack. David, that car is so representative of the 60s Gasser era. It's just cool. Don't care how you slice it. Now, Tony Turner, this old hot rod, this quick and dirty 39 Dodge with that bona fide fuel-injected Hemi, that's cool. Taking on one of the bad rides, the Anglia of Ben Christopher.
Yeah, Ben Christopher in the Happy Days. There you see the wheels up, and Ben Christopher able to exercise the demons that some people can't get by. And Tony Turner has been dubbed the giant killer in first round of action, taking out some big opponents. As we move on to the next pair, that's going to be...
That right there, David, is Ernie Smith and Todd Oden in his A-Gas entry, the double down 57 Chevrolet wagon. Looks like him and his dad Lester has got the problem sorted out, and they have put Ernie on the trailer round number one. The Mooresville Dragway event that Southeast Gassers Association is contesting today would not have happened without the massive involvement from one critical guy, the president and one of the founding members of the Junkyard Saints. Tommy, brother, welcome. Thank you for having us here. And what a pleasure, what an honor to be associated with you guys and to have you and all of your car club members, the Junkyard Shuffletown Rats, I think, all of these guys. Where y'all come up with these names? Kill me.
It's one of those funny things. I mean, everybody's got a way they come up with the names. For us, the Southeast Gassers fit in specifically with our car club. Our cars are 64 and down, You guys, it is a perfect match. The fact that you guys are here, the fact you guys let us help support you guys means the world to us. So we appreciate what you guys do.
Well, we don't let you help us. Boy, we're proud to have you help us, okay? But no jokes aside, I understand, that, yes, this world today, even though we are replicating and recreating yesterday, the world still operates in a social media way. We know that, obviously. And without it, I wouldn't have got to done an interview with some guys from Sweden a little while ago. So the point is, yes, social media-wise, we can join together. We can help bring awareness to your car club, to your causes and things that I know that are not just cars. I know that you're a bunch of good guys, and you do good for your counties and your communities. No question of that. Not to mention you keep alive some really cool old tin.
Well, we try to. It's one of those things. They're a labor of love. It's like anything else. Like a lot of these racers out here, they're not doing it for money.
No.
They do it because they love the sport and they love old automobiles. Same way with us. That's what we're after. One of the things for us with Mooresville was making sure that we had the best turnout and the best show that we could have for this area, just so everybody could see what this is about.
Seagas round number 2. There's Larry Noel in that points battle in the left lane, going to take on Jimmy Huff, a man that could really knock him off right here.
That it is, David, and both of these cars being watched over by the watchful eye of Slim Harris. That gentleman been starting race cars at this drag strip and others for the last 40 or 50 years or so, I believe it was just stated. And let me tell you, to have a guy like that say that this is authentic, heads-up, historic drag racing, that means everything.
Look at that finish right there, Mitch.
Larry Noel, you've got one job to do today, my friend, and that's just make rounds. So far, you're doing your job.
Yeah, well, that was a good drag race right there. I put it all I had right there, so it was either win it or go home, but it made it through it, so I'm pretty happy.
We just got to wait and see what old Todd or Josh Pruitt done.
Yeah, he's a good boy. That thing's running hard. Listen, 6 cars in the top of the field today, all within a couple hundreds, man. It's a race.
It's a race, and as I've been telling him, young man, just keep putting the pressure on them old guys, you and Todd. He's doing his job, so you might better go get ready for round 3.
Yeah, he's doing it well.
The young blood, Josh Pruitt, going to stay in that right lane, going to take the troublemaker, that 49 Studebaker, Rick Cathcart here in the next pair of Seagas.
Josh running in the right lane first round, David. That may be his lane of choice, obvious for the day. Rick Cathcart got his job cut out right here. He is up against a quick lever and a fast car of Josh Pruitt. This could be a good drag race and could be a challenge for Josh.
But Josh marches on. There you see the excitement of the young blood crew as Josh Pruitt makes another round, keeping the pressure solely on Todd Oden to keep up.
Josh Pruitt, buddy, you ain't losing nothing, but you ain't gaining nothing because everybody you chasing is matching rounds. But the good news is you're making rounds with them.
Yes, sir. That's one race at a time. You can't worry about anybody else. But
you're exactly right, Josh. I just talking with Larry Noel, and he sees you won, and I think he feels you on the back of his neck.
They better. I'm coming.
There you see Billy Edwards in that beautiful 55 pulling up to the Exalta starting line right there. He is a veteran and a number 2 qualifier. He gets a bye run right here.
David, Billy does have a lot of drag racing history behind him. He has been a mover and a shaker over the years. Quite instrumental also on that Kenneth Phillips Corvette, as well as Josh Pruitt's car, I think, done some work on it. Now, Leslie Horn. This guy's been to the finals at like every race he's been to the last couple of times, and he won the last one, I believe he did, taking on Cynthia Phillips in the second round here. Cynthia has got a tough job beside of her, let me tell you, because Leslie Horn, he comes to go fast.
In that 292, he's got that thing screaming in that 62 wagon. Gets a good shot off the line right there. Does Horn, the number 1 qualifier, looks to be marching on to another round victory right here.
That he is, David. That old car it just leaves good, looks good, runs good. Oh, stud muffin himself, buddy. Listen now, that's not really how you want to make friends around here. Is just come in and start beating up on the boss man's girlfriend.
I understand that. I hated to do that, and I love Cynthia to death, know her forever also. I borrowed a vacuum cleaner a while ago. I was cleaning out my car, and I had some rats nests down here, and I had to vacuum them out. She told me, she said, Leslie, you need to take it easy and lay down for me. I looked there like crazy. I said, I don't think that's going to happen. So anyway, just glad to be here, having a blast. Southeast Gassers is the greatest organization I think's ever been. I'm telling you, this is like a drug addiction. It wasn't long ago. I had classic cars. I was doing them, waxing, rubbing on them, and going to a car show, coming back home, rubbing, waxing on them, driving them to the store and back. Hey, all of them's gone. I'm hooked on Southeast gassers. I'm here to stay.
Next round, great matchup. Tim Hall going to take on Todd Oden, the defending world champ right here in that 58 Delray.
You know, if Tim Hall wants to win a round of drag racing, this would be a good one to win, David, because, hey, when you take out the current sitting champ, it gives you instant recognition, and this is Tim's chance. And let me tell you, Todd Oden, Tim is running good today, so, buddy, you better be on your P's and Q's. This is going to be a good drag race. It's going to be a close drag race.
Yeah, two good-looking cars basically leaving the line together. Looks like Tim Hall is going to take the win. Got a little bit of an upset right there, but Tim Hall been rising quickly in this C-Gas Points Championship.
Might be a little bit of an upset, but it has big implications on points, David.
Tim Hall, I don't know if Scalded Dog is the right name for this hot rod or not, because you just took out the standing points leader, Todd Oden, in the double X. That is far from an easy job to do, and let me tell you, have you brought something to mix up these point standings? Geez, man, I'm telling you, this is going to get exciting.
Well, it got tired of him whooping on me. He's done beat me a couple times, and I felt like I owed him one. And I'm sorry if it messed him up in the points, but hey, racing's racing, and you got to do what you got to do. And we're having fun. The car's faster today than it's ever been. We've done a few things, and it's fun. It's a lot more fun to be winning than losing.
All right, Noel, if you don't know, let me be the bearer of good news. Todd Oden did not make that round. You did. You now take the lead back over.
Yeah, I did hear that. Matter of fact, it came straight to me pretty quick that
it did.
Yeah, that Todd didn't make that round. I made that round. It still don't get us past that Youngblood car. That kid's on a move.
Every round you make is one he can't get closer.
I know. The sad news was I got stud muffin next round.
Well, you know, that's not exactly a washed-up old molded muffin either. That thing's a pretty fresh muffin.
That thing's bad, and hey, we'll go down there and do just like we did the last round, and put it to the floor and let the clutch fly, and we'll see what happens.
B-Gas round number 2. There is a beautiful car, the Bad Juju of Lance Yoakum, and he's going to take on Jeff Madden out of Charleston, South Carolina, in that misleading.
Misleading it may well be, David, because that car don't look like it's as fast as it is, if that sounds right. I tell you, that thing of recent has been a screamer, and Lance Yoakum, old buddy, you got a big problem on the other, sitting in the other lane right now. Let me tell you, not only is he a big guy, but he's a fast guy. However, Lance getting the jump on the starting line.
If that's not going to be enough to hold off that misleading and that horsepower under the hood of that car, that little Chevy 2 gets down the racetrack and takes the round win, does Jeff Madden.
Jeff Madden, you know, all you got to do at a drag race is just win one round, then win the next round, then the next round. You well on your way to winning a drag race today.
Is this not fun or what?
It is to me, and I know it is to you.
I'm having a ball. I got a secret weapon, but I can't tell everybody yet, so.
Keep it a secret.
I will.
As long as it's a secret, as long as it's a secret weapon, it's a secret weapon.
How'd that look? It was fun.
I don't really get to see, but I can sure hear from down here, and buddy, it sounds like really cool.
Man, it's a blast.
Next pair, there's Bluntville, Tennessee. Zach Hall going to get the number 1 qualifier, Todd Blackwell, a man that has had a stranglehold on B-Gas this year.
Todd has won every single drag race he has contested to this year, to the point to where there's a bounty placed on his head. And Zach Hall right now has the opportunity to collect on that bounty, which is like $750, David. This right here, you know, I don't believe this, David. Todd Blackwell has gone red. Don't know what happened, but Zach Hall has won this drag. Zach Hall has just collected the bounty.
Zach Hall just collected the bounty on Todd Blackwell being timed out.
That's what happened,
right
yes,
there,
absolutely.
He went and double bumped him, and then the pre-stage is lit by Todd Blackwell and never gets to stage, and the 7-second rule was enforced right here, and there's the green light for Bluntville, Tennessee, Zach Hall, and he's the winner.
Hey, I know this may be exciting, brother. Absolutely. That may be one of the richest round wins of drag racing in your career. You just took out Todd Blackwell, $750 bounty. My Lord, son, I mean, that is a round win if he's ever been one.
Yeah, we got lucky there. I don't know what happened to him, if he rolled out, line lock didn't work or what, but rolled in and staged and done my job, didn't red light. Didn't mess up and shoot myself in the foot. That's all I could do.
Hey, the bounty nor the rules of winning a drag race have any stipulations. As long as your win light come on and as long as you cross them scales with the proper weight, brother, that is a win.
Yeah, I think we're clean. I think it's a clean win.
Todd Blackwell, brother, you know, you want to say sooner or later this is going to happen, but it really wasn't looking like that. And then at the end of the day, you fall victim to a technicality of the drag racing rules of old, and you got timed out. It just happens sometimes.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I had a misunderstanding of the rules, to be honest with you. I was thinking that he double bowled me, and so I was sitting there. I said, well, I got all the time in the world to pre-stage and the stage, and my misunderstanding was that once the third light comes on, that's when the time starts, and I was still taking my time, not realizing and understanding the rules, and so that's taking my time. That's what, and I was still sitting there, and the red light came on, and to be honest with you, I was a little bit confused. I said, I ain't even moved. Why did the red light come on? But I congratulated Homegrown, and it's good. But even on the way down the track, I was still scratching my head. And I said, I don't even know what just now happened. I said, I didn't even move, and the red light came on. I said, here.
Well, I know it's been explained to you, but I'll take a moment to explain it to those watching. As you already know, yes, you've got all the time you want to take on a double bulb as long as you do not turn on the pre-stage. And once you turn on that pre-stage, buddy, now the show is on. As you now know, and you will know for the rest of your life, we'll look for you at the next race, and I don't think you're really in much trouble.
Well, I can't say that won't ever happen to me again, but at least I'm aware of it now.
You're aware of it, but I don't think you're in much trouble with the points. I think you're pretty comfortable so far. Just don't do that again.
That's exactly right. Thank you.
There's Tim Bailey in that beautiful 57 Corvette that he's debuted this year with us. Another new car out here this year, the four-door Ford-powered car driven by Gabriel Burrell.
Four-door Ford-powered Chevrolet, David. I consider that thing the Chefford or the Mongoloid. I don't know what to call it, but it's quite a creation. And, I think the car's got some promise. I really do. Got that 10 horsepower, good driver in it with Gabriel Burrell. But I'm going to tell you right now, I believe this is Tim Bailey's race.
Yeah, Tim Bailey just absolutely streaking away right there in that little Corvette. He's got that combination working really well for him this year.
Tim Bailey, hey, brother, this is another round win. We keep seeing you in the early rounds. I keep waiting on you to see you in the final round.
Well, I'm just glad to be here. I knew I had a tough competitor there. He would never be a slouch on the tree. Gabriel told me up there at the starting line, he said, be ready for that double low bulb. And I said, bring it, buddy, bring it. We'll give him a show.
And here, Mitch, is a battle of two old veterans right here, guys that date back to some of the beginnings of the Southeast Gassers. There's Jerry Birch in the Freebird, and he's going to take on Dean Harris out of Campobella in the Gray Ghost.
David, the Southeast Gassers Association may be based on the fact of recreating and preserving drag racing history, but the Southeast Gassers is old enough to have some of its own history on display right here with this matchup of these two Wile E. Coyotes right here, two Chevrolets, two Chevy 2s, good running cars, and talk about a battle between friends. This is it. Who's it going to be? I know Birch has been running good, and I think this is Birch's race.
Yeah, Birch looks like he got a little break on the hole shot, and that is what it did. Look at that hole shot right there that he gets on Dean Harris, and he drives on to victory in that Freebird.
Some battles just never seem to end. And you guys may only have a 4 or 5 year battle, but it seems like 50 years. And, Jerry, you've come out on top again. I understand we had a hole shot, and we just drove it on out the back door.
Yep, she's running good tonight. I was all got the purple haze working again.
I would never take the purple shirts off. I might even suggest you guys take showers in them.
Sleep with them tonight.
Well, we'll be looking for you in the next round, brother.
A-Gas round 2, there's the white trash Anglia of the defending world champ Donovan Stott, and conspicuous here, Sonny Burr, who lost in first round to Kenneth Phillips. Mitch Stott, you want to give an explanation of why Sonny's back?
David, I will try. There is so much that Kenneth Phillips lost based on one mistake. Kenneth Phillips failed to cross the scales after his first round victory, which put Sonny Burr back in competition because Kenneth Phillips was disqualified. What did Kenneth lose other than just a round of drag racing? He truthfully lost his opportunity to salvage the championship for this year. It is so unfortunate. I do my best to never pull favorites, and I really don't. but I wanted to see Kenneth and Shannon Smith battle this thing to the finish line all year long. But unfortunately for him and Dean Harris, who worked so hard, they're just not really an opportunity for them to do so.
Donovan Stott, it's been a while since we got to talk to you on camera, but hey, brother, that's round 3 win. Kind of an upset opponent over there in Sunny. Supposed to have been Kenneth, had some issue with that. Too bad on Kenneth's part, but buddy, I tell you, that was a pretty good drag race. It looked good, sounded good from down here. So what's your thoughts on your return?
Oh, it's just I'm glad to be back. I was telling somebody a while ago the reason I've been missing is, family, friends, and money, and that's the truth. But most of my family's here and a lot of my friends are here. It just ain't the money. But, just the other day I was looking at that Hoosier check I got for contingency, and I wanted to frame it, so I'm ready to put Hoosier on top step again tonight.
Well, and I'm sure Hoosier wouldn't mind you doing that, so we'll be looking for you in the next round.
Hopefully so.
There he is, the aforementioned Shannon Smith. He's going to be taking on Paw Spinney. That's Steve Davis. And that's a hometown race right here for Steve Davis, as he's from Monroe, North Carolina.
David, Steve is still looking for his first win. Obviously, Shannon's had multiple. Shannon, a past world champion. Shannon looking to be the champion in A-Gas for 2018. It is possible that these two cars, that's the 56 followed Shannon Smith's 55 down the assembly line, with the 55 being the last and the 56 being the first of that model year. But let me tell you, the 56 definitely followed that 55 here today in Mooresville, North Carolina.
Hard move to the left right there. Steve Davis thinks better of it, pushes in the clutch, and Shannon Smith streaks away to another round victory. Ben Christopher in that Anglia going to take on Gabriel Burrell in the Southern Flyer. This is going to be a great matchup of two very fast cars.
That it is, two good cars. These are two good draws to any form of drag racing, is when you got these two kind of drag cars sitting on the starting line. Now, I do know that this is going to be a good drag race. I do know that Ben was not running good in the round before. Gabriel maybe at the peak of his performance. Who's it going to be? Ben Christopher takes the win. As you can see, David Burrell, Gabriel's father there, just feeling the rejection of that loss.
Well, look at the Exalta finish line camera as we get down to the finish here. There's the margin of victory.
Finally hitting on 8 cylinders, buddy. I was hitting on 7 all day.
Well, that's pretty impressive if you've been running on 7 cylinders, but now you've got 8. So we'd be safe to say the competition may have a serious problem from this point forward.
I don't know. It's up to me now, I guess, ain't it?
The number 1 qualifier right here, Alan Galden out of Land O'Lakes, Florida, in that beautiful frequent flyer Corvette. Going to take on Todd Oden out of Leeds, Alabama, in that big 57 210 wagon.
Todd has been running good in the 57, but let me tell you something. He's parked beside what I have now named the Swamp Monster team, Alan Galden and those guys from down there in Florida. This should be a good race. I do. Right now, I've got to sit here and say that I think Alan's going to take this win, because that Corvette is just kicks butt and takes names everywhere it goes, baby. Alan has gone red. Extremely uncharacteristic, handing the win over to Todd Oden, David.
Yeah, Todd Oden being the benefactor here of that. The number 1 qualifier, Alan Galden, knows what kind of competition's here in the Southeast Gasser. Knows he has to push the tree.
If you can't beat them like a bad habit with a 58 Chevrolet, then just do it with a 57 wagon.
I didn't think this is where we'd be meeting at tonight, but I'm still glad. I hate to lose in the 58, but to lose to a guy, Tim's a great guy, and we'll get our stuff together. And I'm having a good time in this OA gas car. It's fun.
Round number 3 in C Gas, Leslie Horn, our number 1 qualifier, going to take on the crazy horse, Larry Noel. And as at every race right now coming down to the wire, points implications are on the line, Mitch Stott.
David, Larry Noel has everything to lose here. He does. Because him and Todd Oden is locked in a points battle of unprecedented events with the Southeast Gassers Association. Leslie Horn, talk about being an upset spoiler. He has the opportunity to do so. I know that Larry knows that Leslie's car is fast. Larry's got to take every opportunity he can, because it is a must that he wins this round. However, it is showtime. They're both in. The race is clean. It's underway. Both green start. Who is it going to be, David?
The Exalta finish line camera shows us that Leslie Horn in that stud muffin knocks out the crazy horse of Larry Noel. There you see the jubilation on the crew right there, as he knows that they pulled off a big one. And leading right into another teammate right here, Billy Edwards, is going to be in the left lane, and he's going to take on Tim Hall in that Scalded Dog.
that, David. Again, Tim Hall, a strong runner. He has gotten stronger every race. Him and his wife, Krista Hall, you see her name on there. I know that Tim's father travels with him everywhere. He's up against a veteran. Tim's father in the picture right there. He's up against a veteran, old Billy Edwards. I tell you, this guy's got history behind him, and he knows how to conduct a drag race psychologically and mechanically. Let's see what happens right here. This is going to be a great one, no doubt.
Good lead by both cars. Looks like Edwards may have had to drop just a little bit. And Billy Edwards is going to streak away to the win right here against Tim Hall and put him on the trailer.
I tell you, that old orange 55, what that Sherbert 55, whatever that thing is, that's a fast car, David. I tell you, that thing is unique, and it is, it's deadly.
Well, Billy Edwards, we finally get to talk to the masked man in the orange 55 Chevrolet. Good job, brother, making rounds today. It might be a cakewalk for you.
Hey, it's doing real good. We finally tuned it up, and the car's running.
It appears to be running. You know, which the car ain't never run bad, but I think you're number 2 qualifier today. Now you're like making rounds up into the semifinals. Hey, this may be a good day for the old Edwards crowd.
Hey, it is. Really, it is. Like I say, I'd like to thank Larry Floyd, partner in this car. We've had a great time running the car, and we can continue running it, too.
Well, Billy, you know, people may not know that your dominance back in the day of the streetcar racing stuff, so I'm going to guess it's been a while since you won a drag race. Maybe this will be when you get to start winning drag races again.
Might be tonight. You just don't know. Having a ball.
There's Josh Stewart, the young blood in that 63 Ford Fairlane. Going to get a bye run right here in this round of competition. There you see his uncle and crew chief, Billy Ison, backing that car into his beams.
Billy and that entire team, Josh's dad, his mother, everybody over there, David, I believe, has played a part in the success of this team and the position they are in points, and I'm here to tell you congratulations to them.
You know, it's really awful when these guys have no choice but to hand over the closest challenger they got in the championship a bye run.
Yes, sir. It feels good. I earned it.
No doubt you've earned it. You've earned every round you've won this year so far, Josh. And, hey, you know, you may not know this, but Larry Noel just went out. You just gained a round on him. That puts you 3 rounds behind him now, not 4.
Like I said, they better watch out. I'm coming.
Folks, we are right back into CGAS competition right here as it's taking 5 rounds today to win our CGAS because of the number of entries that we have. So we've run them right back to back. And right now, Leslie Horn, the number 1 qualifier, is getting a bye run by virtue of his number 1 qualifying position. So he will take the win right here and move on to the finals.
You know, it may be a stud muffin and it may be a bye run, but it don't matter. That puts you into the finals 2 races in a row, my friend.
Sir, yes, sir. I told you to bet on me this round. I was going to be the winner.
And there's Josh Stewart, the number 2 qualifier. He's going to get Billy Edwards right here. This is really a tale of the rookie of the year from last year versus the wily veteran in the Billy Edwards car.
That's true, David. And again, you know, Josh has everything to gain here. He does. You talk about a guy that needs to win a round of drag racing is because his 2 distant competitors that are in front of him have already gone out early. Josh needs to win rounds and not only win this drag race, but he just won. Billy Edwards just handed it over to him.
Josh Pruitt, old buddy, I tell you, you know, you are there, semifinals, won, into the finals, 2 races in a row, and hey, this is a repeat of Paradise. You and Leslie Horn, I don't got to tell you, you won the last one. Hey, you know how to beat up on that old boy.
Oh, but he's a quick car. It ain't going to be no easy task, but like I said, I'm just got to take it every race at a time.
Every race and every round at a time, and just in case you ain't counting, I'm down here doing it for you. You are now 2 rounds, buddy. This is going to be a good end of the season. I'm going to be watching for you in the next round.
Thank you.
BGAS semifinals. There's Zach Hall out of Bluntville, Tennessee, going to take on the fire chief, Jeff Madden, out of Charleston, South Carolina, in that misleading.
That's right, David. They are. Look like a door partially hanging open. We are back into B-Gas as we had to show that double header of C-Gas there to balance the ladder out. Now, got Jeff Madden. This guy is hungry for a win, David. Let me tell you, I know Zach Hall is. Zach, it's been a while since he won. He has been to the winner's circle. And not only that, he just collected the bounty on Todd Blackwell today, David.
This is a good drag race right here, Mitch Stott. Let's see. Jeff Madden pulls it out. But look at those two cars get down the racetrack. Good job by Zach Holler, really hustling that race car down there, because not favored in this race was Zach.
Must have poured that $750 in the gas tank.
Just come on out of there, boy. I mean, you know, kind of big guy, you know, pick me up, throw you around. I hope you don't win a race, because you may kill me.
Okay, listen, you ready for the secret weapon?
I'm ready. Tell me. Woo! Birch purple. Buddy, that is an unbeatable combination.
And I'm putting it on him.
That's an unbeatable combination. You just may have it.
I've been wearing this coat for like 3 hours, and I'm dying because I didn't want nobody to see it.
And Jeff Madden's going to get Jerry Birch in that final because Tim Bailey is unable to make the call. Word is he had a radiator problem and unable to make this semifinal matchup, Mitch.
David, you know, the strangest things can keep a car from competing in a drag race, but it's irrelevant. That puts Jerry Birch in the finals, a place that he is familiar with from times past, and certainly from a race or two past. Now, as we're just talking to old Jeff Madden down there with that Birch purple shirt on, I kind of wonder, does the Birch voodoo work against the Birch?
I don't know if it does or not, but we're going to get a chance to see that in a few moments here on video.
Jerry Birch, one more time. There's only one more round. You know, could we have a perfect day? You know, we got into the finals, brother, and you got old Jeff Madden, and let me tell you, he's hungry, but I know you are too.
Oh, yeah. That just kind of, the Calhoun, it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. Thought I had Todd, you know, kind of treat him a little bit, but we got to lose, so.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Now, you have this purple shirt you're wearing, and that has been like kryptonite to everybody out here. Did you know that Jeff Madden is also wearing a purple Birch Brothers shirt?
Oh, yeah. He told me he was going to use it on me. I said, you can't purple haze the purple haze.
That may be a good theory. So, hey, all I do know is this is going to be a really good final round, and I can't wait to see it. So we'll be waiting down here to see the outcome.
Appreciate it, buddy.
There you see Ben Christopher out of Bowling Springs, South Carolina in the Happy Days 48 Anglia. He's going to take on Todd Oden in that big 57 210 wagon out of Leeds, Alabama. There you see MTO Motors on the side there. His wife Gina bringing him back, getting him set to go in this big matchup here in semifinals.
David, as you've said before, this is the big and small of it all right here, guys. Now this, no real championship on the line right here, just a good old-fashioned drag race. And Todd Oden, I tell you, you know, he's ready to put this A-gas car into the finals, and he just done it.
He does. Ben Christopher grabs a gear and gets real loose out there in the middle, and Todd Oden keeping that car straight. And that is the closest distance between 2 points. Todd Oden moves on to the finals.
Todd Oden, you know, buddy, you're kind of like one of them guys that just can't lose. I mean, you know, I don't know whose idea it was to run 2 classes, but it's paying off for Todd Oden.
Hey, look at this smile. I ain't never had so much fun in my life. This A-gas stuff is a blast.
It's a blast. It's fast. It's tough. It's cool. It's nerve-wracking. But, hey, you're going to the finals, and that's what matters. And I know that if you take that final win, you're really going to have a smile.
Hey, I'll be jumping out of this car and doing a dance.
Shannon Smith going to get Donovan Stott right here. Battle of World Champions. There's 3 World Championships right here on the start line, Mitch Stott. This proves to be a great race.
David, as we was talking a little bit a while ago, you know, these Southeast Gassers is old enough to have its own history. There's a lot of history right here between Shannon and Donovan. You know, these 2 cars have never failed to provide the Southeast Gasser fans with an exciting, fast drag race, good side-by-side action. They constantly trade blows back and forth. Shannon wins one, Donovan wins one. Well, Donovan's been out a while. Donovan a little bit rusty. Something going on with the stage there. Donovan may have been trying a little trick he's been thinking of. It did not work out because the performance of Shannon Smith today really didn't leave Donovan much of a chance if he did not try something. Maybe, I don't know, Dave. What happened there? Clutch, foot slip, I don't know. Something happened, but anyways, Shannon
Smith unfazed by all those games or whatever it might be going on, and he just stays focused and drives the victory here, taking that car to the finals.
That he did, David. No question about it.
Shannon, son, pale rider, not too pale. You're shining really bright. This is your, like,
third, fourth, fifth final in a row. Who can keep up with it anymore? All I know is you are really starting to step away with them points, and you are in the finals of another race, and I believe you've got Todd Oden, in this final round matchup.
I think so. I've been waiting to race Todd.
Now you're getting your chance.
I'm getting my opportunity. I sure am.
And is it possible that you have something to say to somebody back at your trailer, wish them some kind of special day?
No, not that I can think of. My wife, Amy, happy birthday, baby. I love you. Everybody got to come. Yeah.
I wasn't about to move this microphone.
I know. It's Amy's day, and I hated to take her to a drag race for her birthday. I'm not going to say that's what she wanted to do, but she
seems to be enjoying it to me. I mean, she was having a good time in the trailer up there, and besides, I wanted to make sure that she got wished a happy birthday because she is my banker, in case y'all didn't know.
Yeah, she was. She smiles all the time, and it's not just because I'm the superhero that I think I am.
Superstock final right here is going to pit Robert Peppley in that big 67 Plymouth Belvedere wagon. He's going to take on Mike Wyatt in that Soul Sacrifice, a good-looking Galaxy.
David, I tell you, the old Fairlane over there is not a Galaxy, that's a Fairlane. And the inside job interiors, I just think that's a cool name, whether it's representing interior or not. Here's the cooler thing. A good drag race between two Superstockers in the final, and the last race, it was Mark that won. This race, Robert, why did Mark win the last one?
Well, Mike
Robert wasn't there. Mike, I'm sorry.
Mike might have won that last one, but Robert Peppley's going to take that 67 Belvedere and that Mopar horsepower right to victory lane. And what a great job these guys both pulling out of Indiana to be here today.
Robert, the old 4-speed Stampede bringing pride back to the Chrysler camp after the race in Calhoun.
The Mopars may have had to leave a little early because of the rain in Georgia or in Alabama, but we came back today with vengeance. We've been tuning on this thing ever since, and I'm telling you, as long as the Mopars show up, they're gonna get a run for it every time.
Well, thank you for correcting me. That was Alabama that you guys had to leave on, not Georgia. So yes, now then you bringing pride back to the Chrysler camp here in North Carolina, and you're saying that this is just going to be standard fare as long as the Chryslers are on the ground.
I'm telling you, as long as there's a Plymouth wagon on the ground, doesn't matter if it's blue or white, they're going to have a hard time taking it from us.
All right, hey, this makes twice in a row you put this big 67 Belvedere in the winner's circle. How does it feel to make this long haul out here to Mooresville to put it in victory lane?
It was a haul here. It should be about 10.5-hour trip. Took us about 13. Had some truck troubles, but got here. Wanted to test last night. Didn't get a test last night, so had changed some things on the car, and it worked out well, and put it in the winner's circles again. So can't be upset with that. I just gotta thank my wife. She came with me this weekend, and my kids are gonna be upset because they didn't get to come this weekend, and so they won't get to be in this picture. But gotta thank my wife. She's here all the time with me, and gotta thank God for letting us, giving us the life to be able to do this and be able to support ourselves and come out and race. So that's what we gotta give it up to.
Well, here's your Superstock winner tonight here at Mooresville Dragway, Robert Peppley. Seagas finals right here, Mitch. Going to pit Josh Pruitt versus the stud muffin, Leslie Horn. And I tell you, number 1 versus number 2 qualifier, just like you draw it up, David.
This is the round that Josh Pruitt was looking for. This means that he has made it to the finals. This means that he has counted some points that his 2 lead guys, Todd Oden and Larry Noel, can't count. Now all he needs to do is outrun the old stud muffin. Ford versus Chevrolet classic battle here. Josh needs this one. And I'm going to tell you, David, as good as stud muffin is running, my bets are on that Josh Youngblood team, Josh Pruitt Youngblood team over there, because these guys are just seemingly invincible.
They really are. Man, out of the hole, Josh Pruitt really drops a clutch quickly, and I think that's going to take him. Yes, it does. Takes him to victory. There you see the jubilation of the Youngblood crew, knowing that they have made some rounds today, and it took 5 rounds to win Seagas, and that's really going to make a difference in that point.
I think that puts Josh tied with Todd Oden and 1 round behind Larry Noel. I tell you what, that Youngblood son, this right here is just something else, Josh.
prior to this run, Cody and I was down here running the points, trying to count this. Let me tell you right now, you will leave this event one round behind Larry Noel, and you have passed Todd Oden. You are solid in number 2, buddy, with a clear open window for the championship possibilities in C-Gas for this year. Congratulations, not only that, but to win here in Mooresville, North Carolina.
Thank you, sir. I love doing interviews with you. If you do an interview with Mitch, that's you winning. I love it. I love it.
That's right.
All right, in here with C-Gas winner Josh Pruitt. Man, this makes 3 out of 4. You're on a hot streak.
Yeah, it feels good doing interviews with you after the race. Feels real good. I like doing that.
Well, and 3 out of 4, man, you are right back in the thick of this points battle, only a couple of rounds out of first place.
I'm here. They better watch out.
The Youngblood is on a mission, huh?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna try my best to get it in these next 2 races.
Well, hey, 5 rounds is what it took today to win C-Gas, and you made it pay off for you, so congratulations to you. This is Josh Pruitt, the Youngblood, winner today here in C-Gas. B-Gas finals right here going to be Jeff Madden versus Jerry Birch. And I tell you what, couldn't find 2 finer cars and 2 finer guys driving. This is going to be a great matchup with all the horsepower on the line right here.
David, we had a classic Ford Chevrolet battle final in C-Gas. Not going to be the case here. However, it is going to be a good battle. 2 Chevrolets, 2 good guys. You know, both of them enjoy drag racing. And old Jeff Madden over here, that misleading. This guy, he is wanting to win, and quite frankly, I'm kind of scared for him to win. I'm afraid that he may body tackle me down there in the interview.
He very well may. Now, playing a little games, getting in late is Jerry Birch, and Jeff Madden tattoos him on the line. Jerry Birch got to play pickup here. Can he catch him at the end? Jerry Birch in that horsepower pulls it out. Joey Birch providing all the horsepower in that car. And man, look at that.
Yeah, I think we might better give this particular round win to Joey because horsepower won that race, David. Did you see the starting line advantage that Jeff Madden just took?
And there's the final margin of victory at the Exalta finish line, Cam.
Buddy, you know, we was talking around before about the purple haze not working on the purple hazer, and let me tell you, you're back in the winner's circle, brother. Congratulations, Jerry. You and the brother. Let me tell you something. You and Joey, great job. Good to see you boys back in the circle.
Appreciate it, Mitch. We've been working hard, and it's paid off. She's strolling. I went in deep, and I thought I'd done messed up, and I had to wait to make sure.
Well, like I said,
too much.
Well, listen, I'm honored to tell you, you won that race, you know, against Jeff Madden. Jeff is a great competitor. He's getting stronger. Let me tell you, this is his first time to the finals, but I'm betting you it won't be his last. But the big thing is, you boys, you may not have a chance at a championship this year, but you sure have stirred the pot.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, Jerry Birch putting this Freebird back into victory lane twice on the year already this year.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. First and foremost, got to thank the Lord. He gave us a good day. Got the purple haze going on. We're going to have them the rest of the year.
Wait a minute, purple haze? Jerry, come here. Come here, Joey Birch. Got something about purple haze, and I know you've been in a haze before in your life.
Oh, yeah.
So, you the wrench on this car. We know that. So, tell me what it means to see your brother put your work in the victory lane.
We spend hours and hours and hours working on this thing, just trying to get a little faster and catch Slingshot mainly because he's whooping us. But I think we got something for him now. We getting closer and closer, and we ain't gonna quit working. We're gonna keep going. So,
Birch Brothers putting it in victory lane, wearing the purple people eaters.
That's right.
Now Mitch Stott, battle of the big bodies. I like to call it that 57-210 there of Todd Oden. The double down has made his first final, but he gets the honor or duty or chore of facing our points leader, Shannon Smith.
Well, David, Todd has obviously been successful in C-Gas. That is an underestimate to really say it just that simply. Now, he is facing one of the toughest competitors that A-Gas has ever brought to the table, that being Shannon Smith. Donovan Stott and Shannon Smith. Between those two guys, you have your two winningest drivers in this category, in this Southeast Gasser Association. Now, Todd Oden, he needs to win because maybe Shannon just needs to lose a race. I don't know how to put this, but I know this should be a good drag race, David.
Shannon Smith getting the drop on the line and marching on to victory right there. There you see the jubilation on the crew's faces and letting them know back here in the staging lane. But, man, look at the wheels up action, second gear getting them up.
And that, David, is to say also that Billy Ison has been known to be working with Shannon Smith. You've seen some of their team in that. So, technically, they just won 2 races this weekend, David.
Shannon Smith, buddy, the deal is done. Race win number 2, solid lead in the points, 2 wins in a row. Wonderful job. Whether Amy wanted to be here for her birthday or not, it don't matter. Happy birthday, Amy, and good job, Shannon Smith.
Girls, my wife and girls brought it on today. I'm telling you, it was just easy. It was easy today.
Good job. You know, that is good one.
Some of them. But I don't know. They were here and it made it easier.
You know, sometimes when you are the top dog, people start taking pot shots at you, and it does seem like sometimes they just give them to you.
Yeah, like Donovan.
Like old Donovan.
I told him I'd help him load it up. He told me to walk away.
Well, that just kind of bad.
Actually say go ahead and turn 2 bulbs on, then back up a little bit, and then we'll see if we can load it. Okay.
All right, well, hey, congratulations, Shannon Smith. 3 in a row here in the ultra-competitive A-Gas.
Thank you, sir. It is very competitive. Good day, though. I love this track. This is the easiest day I had driving-wise. It just got in the right lane, took off, and I don't know. Of course, it's easier when the wife and family and all's here. I think we had a family reunion, kind of, I said, but my wife's birthday.
And with you taking this race win today, you know, Kenneth Phillips going out in first round, this just further extends that point lead for you going into the last 2 races of the year.
Yeah, I hated that for Kenneth.
Yeah.
And I'm also glad at the end of the day because he had the, you know, of course, fastest car, him and Golden both, but.
That's racing, and that's the way it goes sometimes.
That's why I tell everybody says you got this one. You never got a drag race one, ever.
That's true, and that Silver Streak, they've been thrashing on it. They were back to their normal and just had a glitch happen to them, and so they were unable to go on. But, hey, today's winner right here in A-Gas, Shannon Smith, 3 in a row, and happy birthday to your wife.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Guys, for 5 or 6 races in a row, I don't even know how many it's been, Todd Blackwell of Slingshot has won 5 or 6 in a row. So the fans have put up money to try to put a bounty on this guy's head. And it's wound up at $750. Come here, guys. Thanks to these guys right here. The Gasser gang. Where's Kevin Dyers? I don't even know who all, but get up here. Come on. Well, come on. Roll in here. These guys and a bunch of other guys have put up money. Ron, come on. Zach's dad. This is Zach's dad. Zach Hall. Finally, somebody collected a bounty, and the money's going back to Tennessee. Zach Hall, $750.
Yes, sir. Waffle House, baby.
Plus, you made a few rounds, so you got some money coming for that. Ron, thank you. Zach, thank you. Thanks. Guys, this is what it's all about. The fans put this money up, not me. The fans put it up. They wanted to see, and this guy done it. They're broke, but these guys did it. Thanks, everybody.
All right, Mitch Stark, what an event we just witnessed right here at Mooresville Dragway. And I got to tell you, the story of the day seems to be Josh Pruitt and the Youngblood.
David, he is unquestionably the story of the day. I have watched Josh Pruitt from the top-end interviews, the latter part of this year come on, and boy, has he come on. And I've been telling him, young man, just keep putting the pressure on them old guys, and doggone, he's done it today. Mooresville Dragway. All of the things that went on here that we could talk about, Josh Pruitt and his advancements to within 1 round, as I can best calculate, okay, within 1 round of the C-Gas Championship for 2018. He is definitely breathing on the back of Larry Noel.
And in A-Gas, we had Shannon Smith winning 3 in a row.
3 in a row, and actually stepping way out on that A-Gas Championship. Shannon is in the position to be the champion. He ain't the champion yet. He can still lose it, but he's certainly in the position. And now, Jerry Birch. What a welcome back to this winner's circle for Jerry and Joey Birch. I was so elated for them in their Purple Haze shirts representing their dad. Congratulations, guys. David, I cannot tell you how exciting the last 2 races of this season is going to be.
Yeah, it is going to be an absolute barn burner, and I'm so happy to help bring it to you with all that we're doing. Absolutely. And we couldn't have done what we did here today, packing this place out, without the help of a lot of sponsors.
Oh, dear heavens, you know, there's no doubt of that. Everybody is coming together. It's making the Southeast Gassers so much better. Obviously, Exalta #1 on the top with us up there. What about Ray Evernham, our dadgum man? He is up here actually starting this race, our Grand Marshal.
Yeah, I thought it was cool because he's not just he got his NASCAR fame, but this guy is a car nut, and he is a purist at heart.
I had a little talk with him. I said, I know you are a car historian. You love old cars, and I hope there's something here that really appeals to you. And he said, man, I love this. So, hey, let me tell you, when you get that kind of recommendation, when you get that kind of response from a guy like Ray Evernham, we're doing something right, David.
We sure are, and I tell you what, it's been such a great ride, and this ride continues to climb higher and higher, and I can't see any limit to it.
God is good.
He is, and let's go out of here in prayer if they don't care.
Take us out.
All right, dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you so much for the day that you've given us here today. You kept the rain away. You've had traveling mercies be upon us and our racers who raced here today with no damage to anything and safely. Lord, as we continue to praise you, we just want to always remember you sacrificing your Son on the cross for our sins so we could live in paradise, Lord. Let us leave here today and praise your name. Amen.